I'm back. I was working on getting to Mythic, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Sleepy, sleepy. You'll hold on to this. Let's play a Scamp. Red. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. So we're just gonna do this. Swing in. Oh, hello, Mr. One Trick. Did I figure out your one trick? Alright. I'll keep. Esper Sentinel. How the fuck did I know that he was gonna do that? Just thinking. I think it's so. In this case, it's probably better to do it like this. You have to kill the first striker. Play pause. Another thing for us to kill, although he probably has magic here, right? Yeah, other one. Sure. Charge, swing, thud. Kill both. How much is this first strike again? I could also do... Alright. Here, into 3. We buy Loris. What do we have in here? Claim this. Claim this. Thud this. Sacrificing this to kill this. Buys Loris. Perfect. That's what we want to see. So... play this. Play this. Opponent plays Loris. You can only play 1 mana spell after. Justification to take my Loris, but then he doesn't have a play for the turn. And that means that we can do this. Do this. You can put out Esper Sentinel or whatever. Two. Give it first strike. But now you don't have to actually swing here. Or do we swing? Maybe swinging is right. Because, like, okay. If I buff this, and he blocks this, it gains 4, but he makes me have a bunch of 1/1s, and he has to lose his 1/1. Does this give vigilance? No, the warrior token has vigilance. Yeah, so we're gonna do like this. Now he has to block. We're dead. I fucked up. Man, first strike really freaking relevant. Does he not? Surely he realizes. Yeah, there we go. So, first strike actually super relevant here. Without the first strike from all the other shit, we win the game. Multiple instances of it fucking us over. Alright, we're dead. Okay, next. Birthday cake. Claim Fame is probably our best draw here because this is just gonna die as soon as we play it. We have to let him swing. Alright, well, in we go. Can't say I like our chances. Funk. Although, if we untap with this Dreadhorde Butcher, an opponent doesn't take it seriously and just wants to, like, blast us in the face, that's fine too. Sim Sage. It's a shame that all these are like... Oh, okay, going face. We like that. Going face again. Just all this damage going straight face. Sure. If he wreck charges, is that lethal? Yeah, it is actually. He doesn't have it though. Draw discard. He went full face with that, huh? Alright, well. Wreck charge scale up, thud. Is our play. Six life left. So if I scale up wreck charge, swing, he blocks. He blocks 9, he goes down to 1. So we can't do it like that. What we can do is charger, charge, thud, kill, thud the charger, kill both his creatures, and grow the butcher. I think that's the out. One more Wizard Lightning to the face. We're just dead because his last card's a Wizard Lightning and he had 4 Wizard Lightnings. No, he has that. Okay, that's fine. Sure. Play this wreck charge, swing for 5/9. Bonk. Three mana. Fan color. Send. So I block this, I kill the clan color. Okay. Next turn, just Mega Pump, Cack Scamp, and he dead. I mean, he should realize that he's dead right now because Fame is lethal by itself. That's the game. Yeah, we want this. We like these. Scamp, Skeleton, standard shit. Standard 18 damage punch. Draws a card, scries, plays. Neither of these are artifacts, so you can't actually play Emery with that blue mana. This Draws a card, gains life. Costs 2 to do so. That's interesting. So scale up Super Sam. Okay. Because I got the Super Sam, I'm waiting a turn. Number 6. Bro is ranked number 6. Semblance Anvil. Nope. Cloud Key. Okay, sure. You can play all your Chrome Stars. Alright, he's dead. Well, we beat number 6. We lost both games we played against the rank 1 on the ladder, but we won against number 6. I was honestly surprised that rank 1 was playing some elf deck combo jank, actually. At least earlier today he was. Alright. We have the Scale Up Super Stam turn 2 here. Go ahead and do 16. We bolt the bird in the turn. I was about to say, you're putting your lord in front of it. That's ballsy, but... Alright. Come on, let's get Mythic. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. Alright. in for the long haul here, because that is not what we wanted to see. Basically, he fucks our whole deck. Thud. Scale up. That's fine. I could pull this for scale up and hit for 8. Or I could double stack Audacity. Hit for 5. Now, I'm just thinking about this now. Just the collateral. Uh-oh. You have to gain life now, or you're dead. Yeah, 2 counters on that ring over there, buddy. Got to march because he wanted to hit the creature with it. So he has to activate his hall and then march his own hall to live. That's for sure what he's doing. And he has to do it for enough. So he has to hit it for 3, because 2's not enough. Alright. Takes 2. Okay. Decides he wants to repeat that play. He's gonna need a creature though. I'm not playing Aluris. I'm on to your game. Why would I play something that I've already seen him try to use gain life from creatures to keep his ring alive? Like, of course. I force him to deal with it. Beat him even with the ley line. Without the ley line, it wouldn't have been even remotely close. Literally got no sacrifice effects in my sacrifice deck. Oh, this is the guy that was wood earlier. How have I fought this guy 3 times today? Like, what? Excuse me? Yeah, he's on the same deck, too. Arch Druid. Dreadhorde, Butcher. Maybe we're dead. No, probably not. Alright, so I know this seems kind of hopeless here. Another War Master. Doesn't have the mana to activate Shepherd. It's not lethal. Where did he get the mana? Oh, I miscounted. I miscounted. So let me think about this. I put this on here. It becomes a 5. 5/3. Puts a 2/2 and a 1/1 in front of it. Yeah, we're dead. Oh, hold up. Yeah, alright, we're dead.
Push the package.
Later.
Tim, I got the other one. I think him and Doctor muted. I never realized.
No, I'm here.
Alright. Like it locked in. Love that.
It's an arena shooter, though. What else can I talk about?
Show.
Alright, what do we got? Dreadhorde, Butcher, Village Race, Thud, Scale Up, but bad mana.
Well, we're sitting in the black
A little
void.
better.
That must mean it's.
Stop interrupting me! Did you obviously tell I was doing an intro? Come in and step right on. What
You
the?
want to charge,
Well,
draw, make 4.
Here we are
1/1s.
on the black void.
It's very, very warm in the black void today.
Waiting for Rich to come in.
Oh.
He just doesn't say anything ever. I'm waiting for you to jump in. How many times have we fucking done this? Well, everyone, here we are on the Black Void. We're about to talk about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Death. Half in the bag.
That belongs in a museum.
That was a mistake.
Aren't you a Milwaukee what?
Milkmen. The Milwaukee Milkmen. I've never even heard of them.
And then you got some kind of UP, Michigan.
Yeah, I got a Bigfoot shirt I bought in the Upper Peninsula.
Look, I got a Wisconsin shirt on. We're representing the Midwest.
Yeah. I'm not.
Jay's not.
I'm drinking a spotted cow.
Oh, okay.
There we go. All right.
Well, just look at
We got
that.
everything covered.
No.
We gotta talk about this huge summer tentpole movie.
Look, there's so much to discuss with this film.
The summer tentpole for ants.
Indiana Jones and the Diaper of Destiny wah, wah, is the 5th and last Indiana Jones film. Who'd have thunk? I'd lived to 2023 to see a fucking 5th Indiana Jones film with an 87-year-old Harrison Ford.
Nobody's gonna believe it.
But nevertheless, here we are, and we saw it. This film is set in 1969, and Indiana Jones is off on an adventure to stop Nazi time travelers. You heard that right. I tell you, if good old Walt Disney knew that someday, far in the future, his little company would be making a big action movie about a man who kills Nazis, he'd be appalled.
Archmage Charm is stupid.
It's okay.
My joke?
The movie.
Like, it's not enough
You
that
mentioned
it
Paramount. I
counters
was
and
surprised to see the
draws.
Paramount logo.
It has
I thought
to
this was
gain
like pure
control of
Disney
non-land
now.
permanence.
That's probably
As like
just
an edge case.
we want to use your Paramount logo.
It's ridiculous.
Can we give you $20?
It could be. But they didn't even transition from it to the opening of the movie or anything.
Well,
Because we had to see the filthy Lucasfilm logo afterwards before we got to the movie.
Yeah.
They transitioned from the Lucasfilm logo.
Yeah, it's got to go. The Paramount Mountain has to be incorporated into the scene. Did they do that with the last one?
They did. It was actually kind of clever before the CGI gopher showed up. But seeing the little hill was kind of fun. And then, but then the cartoon popped out.
Yeah. Well, so they broke with protocol. I don't know. It has to go in a certain order because the lawyers said it. So the lawyers say it has to go.
Skip to the good.
This is fucking lame, by the way. Like, why? Doesn't make sense. Gain control of shit at instant speed. Alright. We're going face. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. I'm just gonna scoop. Lame. Okay, dude, you got me. Charger, Audacity. Yeah, alright. We'll try for it. Sentinel, sure. Charger like Sentinels. can't pay it anyway. Send him back to 0. I don't know why it would go like that. But whatever. We want to scale up. Okay, we're gonna get our scale up, but we'll have reckless charge and village rights. You might take village rights actually. That'd be the big break, but no. Take scale up. All right, here you go. Can I take this and the clap back? If he buffs them all, it would be 5, 4, 9, 12. We just chump. All right. Yeah, he's just dead. See, he thought he was still the one pressuring, but I was the one pressuring at that point.
This is our art now.
Our movie's magical.
Nostalgia dictates that the Paramount logo must be in there, but corporate dictates that the Lucasfilm logo must be shown.
Well, one thing I really disliked was the opening. I know you have to have an Indiana Jones action opening, but I would have really been happy with the film if they cut the action scenes down in half.
The film opens with CGI de-aged Harrison Ford. I'm just curious. What don't you like about the opening? Because I thought it was okay.
The deep fake CGI Harrison Ford was okay. It still didn't get over that uncanny valley effect.
Come on.
Not for me.
I think the problem is Harrison's voice. He
just had to
sounds
explain
like
it.
an 80-year-old man.
That's a very good point. I was thinking that, and I wanted to bring that up. Yes, the voice doesn't match the face and body.
I think it's also a combination in this of like multiple
Shambo.
layers
Okay, so
of
if we get
uncanny
any
valley,
more mana,
because
we're
you have
good.
de-aged Harrison
We're gonna
Ford
play this hand.
on top of a CG train in front of a CG background. So it's like, I don't know, like I don't care about CG in general in big movies, but in an Indiana Jones movie, it stands out more.
Sure.
It did not look like an action sequence from the original movies.
Yeah.
No, and it was like, okay, we all want to see what Indiana Jones did during the Second World War. the movies ended before that started, and then they picked up after it was right. Well, what did Indiana Jones do during the war? Crystal Skull. You know what this bastard did for us during World War II? He ain't a commie. Like they had all that. No, there's books, probably 10 books. What did Indiana Jones do during World War II? Who knows? Who cares? Here we get to see it. Through the magic of digital de-aging, we get to see Harrison Ford. And it was less than stellar, and it sucked because he has an old man voice and he's hobbling around. And they probably looked at Harrison Ford and what from oh God, so this is what 44?
It's like Patriot Games era Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like
The Fugitive.
89 to so 39 to 44 is 5 years, so it'd be 89, 90, 91, 92, 93.
You should have sacked it there.
Air Force One.
That's my mistake.
Air Force One, The Fugitive.
All right.
Yeah.
And he looks like Blade Runner Harrison Ford, which is like 82, 80.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Wrong.
I don't care about that at all.
The other de-aged Harrison Ford. when
Oh,
they
that's a
flash
sign
back,
of
like,
weakness.
I
He
don't
doesn't
know,
have a
10
wizard.
years, in 1959 or something. when
later in the movie,
When
yeah.
Toby Jones is like crazed, trying to figure out the Dial of Destiny, and they do like a slightly younger Harrison Ford. It looked okay, but this was all wrong. And I think I just would have been happy if they opened it in 1969, and Indiana Jones tells Phoebe Waller-Bridge, his goddaughter, me and your dad, during the war, we tried to find this dial of Destiny, found it on a Nazi
All right.
artifact train.
Climbing.
Took it and put
Getting
it in
close
the satchel
now.
and punched a guy. Fucking
We're on the home
fell off the
stretch.
train and jumped off the train and the dial fell off and everything happened. And then stop talking to me. And that's it. That's all I needed. I didn't need to see an action scene because there's too many action scenes.
You gotta have that though, because it's the form.
I think the problem with a lot of the action scenes, like the problem with the train sequence in the beginning, is it's too long. This movie is 2 hours and 34 minutes, and there are two
looks
mediocre
good.
car chases.
In this movie, especially the middle chunk of the movie, is a giant slog because it's our characters go to a location. The building's
Like
shut
going on the
off,
play
they
is so
have
much
a
different.
Okay-ish chase scene that goes on too long. Go to a next location. Villains show up. They have another chase scene. Very repetitive in the middle of the movie.
Cut it down to one chase sequence and use the money you're saving to make it a better chase sequence.
Yes, yeah. Have some actual
They have
cars
to
and
wow
stunts.
you. They have to take it over the top.
But that's the thing is they don't really take it over
Really?
the top. They just sort of go on to it.
You
Okay.
can't turn it into a Fast and the Furious movie. It has to be.
I don't understand that
retain
block.
some level of somewhat
Is
realism.
that the
All
way of
blue
compensating
wizards
that?
is
We'll
not
just have it
that
go on
scary.
twice as long as
Yes,
it should.
it is. They could have. They could have.
There's a sweet spot of over the top and believable, and you gotta find it.
The chase in New York during the Apollo 11 astronaut parade, that was a good one. Pretty simple. Harrison Ford steals a cop horse.
Of course, he dodges some subway trains.
That the part where he rode through the subway and then left the store, I thought, oh god, it's gonna be stupid. But it was very short and simple, and
And it ends with a lighthearted moment where he's like, hold my horse.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of fun.
yeah, and he gets on the subway and sits down, and it was cute. It was very
Yikes.
much like the simple level of that college campus chase scene in
You can't choke on red mana with that deck.
Crystal Skull.
Crystal Skull.
Blue
Yeah,
mana is
where
fine.
the-
You can choke on blue a
communists
little
are
bit.
chasing.
It's a better action scene than anything.
Yeah, that was classic indie action. I wonder who directed that film.
To be fair, James Mangold directed this film. He's a talented director.
He's good, but
I don't know if it's like
Another one
interference with,
down.
like, Disney being
Let's
like,
go.
bigger.
no, I really liked the Logan movie. That was
Yeah, it's great.
super stripped down. But I think, like, yeah, Spielberg is a smart man, and he would be like, well, no,
I think
that's too much.
Yeah, I think the first half of Crystal Skull is better than this movie. But then the rest of Crystal Skull happens and it goes off the cliff.
The funny
so.
part is the second half of this movie is better than
I wouldn't
Crystal
say
Skull.
I wouldn't say the second half. I would say it's literally just. I wouldn't even say it's the final act. It's like the final 10 minutes. The final. I'm not even kidding. The final 10 minutes of this movie kind of redeems a lot of its mediocrity.
In a schlock way.
Yes.
Well, we'll get to the ending, but I really can't stress enough how much I really didn't like that opening on the train. Do you even remember? Do you remember when the Nazis brought him up to the roof of a house to like hang him?
Oh yeah, yeah. Before the train. You forgot about
I
it.
did forget about
And
it.
then
Because that scene goes on for
the
5
Allies
days.
drop a bomb and it doesn't detonate, it lands in the attic, and then
It starts to fall.
Far
from
starts
the-
to fall, and I'm like,
Yeah.
is this supposed to be like a wacky Indiana Jones set piece, or is this
good.
supposed to be scary, or tense, or exciting? Like, then the bomb is sinking, and he cuts his vines so he can support himself, and they're about to shoot him, but the bomb
Oh,
falls,
geez.
and the bomb falls to the floor,
Alright.
goes to the next floor, and then the house explodes.
Well, he takes a
And
scale.
all the Nazis fly and die in the
Because
air.
he can't
and Harrison
he
Ford
can't take
still-
me off of
but then the
creatures
rope
next
is still
turn, so he has to
stuck
take
on
the
a
scale
thing.
out.
And I'm like, is this
No way
is
he
this,
takes-
is this a thing?
there's
Is
no way
this
he
a
takes the
set piece?
scale.
And he's like still choking. I'm like,
His like
What's
scale up
happening?
is the
And then he has to
obvious.
disguise himself as the driver, and the Nazis get in the back of the car, and then he drives to the train
Yeah.
and has to disguise himself as a Nazi on the train.
It's the
It just keeps
Charger,
going.
which is not even as good as this game.
Fireplace.
here's the opening.
Alright.
If you
Well, compare it to the opening of Last Crusade. The whole opening with
That's
him
a
as a
train.
kid.
No, yeah.
nice and simple.
Nice and simple.
Or just like start like if you need the flashback, start it on the train, and he's on the train and he's already captured. They pull his mask off. Indiana Jones, you're a spy. I'm the Nazi guy, and I've got a thing in this briefcase. What is? Oh.
We'll
Now
just
punch
buy
a couple
Loris next
guys,
turn.
Climb on the roof of the train for like 30 seconds. And
Liana,
then
we
grab
can hit
Toby
Stomp.
off the train.
Fight? And you
Wait,
think
To a
you
river.
can win?
He's got to
And
sacrifice it
before
to
the
kill the
train goes off
creature,
the
but
track.
that goes to
Because the
Liliana.
Allies bomb the train.
Alright.
Well, I think they
Haven't
wanted
you
to
ever
also,
personal
like, one,
space?
they wanted to open it with
That's my
the
cue
classic
believe.
Indiana Jones action opening, but also I think they wanted that hard contrast from young adventure man to now pathetic, boring old man.
No, you know how to open it. You do a play on the Indiana Jones action adventure. Just have you trying to get ready anymore.
With the Indiana Jones music, he's like buttering bread.
like he gets to be like late
Let's
for a
go
lunch.
all in.
Sure. He's like struggling with just trying to catch a cab, and then he's got to run down.
He's got
Now
he's
what,
got a
Mr.
jaywalk,
1 for 1
almost gets hit
removal
by a
boy?
taxi. That's the last minute dodge.
Fumbling around in the shower curtain falls off, and just like all these like mishaps happen.
They would never ever do
Like
that.
downstairs in his apartment building, and they come out.
That's a lethal board there,
Get that John
yo.
Williams whimsical.
I do like it when he knocks on his neighbor's door with a baseball bat because they're playing music too loud. They do that.
It's funny. I was thinking he wakes up and he's got and they're blasting Sergeant Pepper.
He's gonna take damage
Sergeant
from that.
Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Spelled like music. And I thought I was thinking like
Literally has to stop in the middle of the sentence.
I
Yeah.
was thinking you
I want a lethal board.
right? Yeah. Like I was thinking like
I guess I would have had it,
from
regardless.
like 1968.
Two.
We give verse, chorus, verse, bridge,
Can't stop.
chorus, out.
Yeah.
2 minutes, 20 seconds, right? Those were old Indiana Jones movies. Intro action scene, fairly quick. Some exposition, action scene, exposition, big action scene, closing, out. It's like the structure of a 2 minute, 15-second Beatles.
Why am I only playing like rank
Those-
6,
and
rank 1?
This is like a 43-minute long, like Pink Floyd song or something, right?
The extended cut that nobody listens to the whole thing.
Yeah, where it just goes and it goes on and on, and this part happens and this part happens, and it just and
It's
then it
mostly the
starts
middle of the
to-
movie.
Starts to wear you down a little.
Yeah.
Like I wonder.
The
if you just
claim
shorted
makes this kinda
like,
interesting.
structure-wise, you know, because what the action scenes.
I'm
in
gonna
this
keep it. We're on the
trailer
draw.
Was half the running time of Temple of Doom, right?
We got claim, we got collateral, and Village tries to recycle this thing.
It was probably.
It definitely felt like it.
I think it was like a half an hour long.
Yeah, you might be right. I'm not even gonna doubt that. Yeah.
And so, like, then then we do the chase that they go in the. He takes her in the library, in the archives.
And that leads into the ticker
That
tape
leads
parade.
ticker tape
yeah.
parade, horse. Then they go to Morocco next,
Oh, sure.
Yes.
and
That's when we get generic car chase number 1.
big car chase. Then we go from there to Antonio Banderas's boat.
They go to the boat. and it's neat that they're under. They haven't done underwater before, but
That was a fun sequence.
it's not the most exciting sequence in the world. They just go underwater and they find a thing, and then they come back up.
It would have been very exciting if I could see what was happening, but like many modern movies, the cinematography is dimly lit for no good reason.
We've never seen underwater archaeologists Indiana Jones.
Yeah, but he needs to do something fun underwater.
He got bit by
He got
eels.
jump scared by an eel. That's not an amazing scene.
And then he didn't do anything clever to get out of the
Yes.
situation. That's
Well, they kept saying like 3 minutes of on the ocean floor, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, and I thought they were going to do a thing. They got stuck. The time didn't really matter.
No, ultimately it didn't.
When the Nazis jumped aboard the boat,
Yeah.
I thought Indy was going to get caught, or I don't know. I guess there's really no like unless you just get your cords tangled. There's really no like somebody can't come out of the boat and start attacking you like a skeleton. Like what's going to happen?
What if that happened? One of those skeletons came to life.
Eels. What you know what would have been great if like a gigantic just octopus came out of nowhere and just grabbed the ship.
Or a gooberfish.
Oh, gooberfish.
A gooberfish.
What if a gooberfish showed up? Have a crossover.
Or a megalodon.
Oh. That was the most entertainment you got out of this whole theater-going experience, wasn't it?
That really was.
That the Meg 2 trailer. Jason Statham on a speedboat.
I didn't know there was a Meg 1. Apparently there's a sequel to a Megalodon movie that has who's Jason Statham on a fucking jet ski with a samurai sword riding a giant wave, and he's about to attack a Megalodon with a samurai sword.
Okay, so Indy's never done underwater archaeology, and we have to see that.
It's something. And you know what?
Do you
It
think he
makes
has
it look like they
another-
really shot it underwater. Maybe it was in a tank or something, but it wasn't CG. It wasn't them in front of like a green screen going like this.
Probably was.
It looked pretty good.
It's just too
so-
dark to tell.
That's true. They
They just
didn't,
add millions of layers of things.
they
all
didn't
over
turn on the
place.
lights for that scene. so-
Right. But so they get that, and then they escape the boat. She lights a stick of dynamite, and then chase. Oh, they steal
We
someone's
just
like
famed this squirrel.
car
Yeah.
to go into a cave to find the tomb of Archimedes.
They kidnap.
Force the
Neo
other.
Shortbound.
That guy ain't no short
Okay,
round.
great.
That kid, you forget he's in the movie half the time.
His
He's
nickname
not
should have
Shortbound,
been.
but that's what they're going for.
His nickname should have been Unibrow.
Down to 3.
That was.
I got better
2 cards
luck
left.
the first time we did this discussion.
We have claimed fame on this campus. Do it. Thundering Emperor will not do it.
You protect my people. This is what you get for hurting my people.
Oh yeah. So there's the underground illegal bidding auction house for stolen antiquities that Phoebe Waller-Bridge is running. Kind of a little punch out fight scene in there, but you're right. You mentioned
Shut him
that
down. All right.
It's like going from here to here to here to here.
Yeah. It's very repetitive and boring
The time
because
is
there's no
nigh.
new information.
Right.
It's just we're going here. Oh, and now they've caught up with us, so we got to go somewhere else. And it's which would be more
Breaking
forgivable
up
if
his
the
at
action
hand.
scenes were more fun and more inventive. But they're very bland.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to say they're bad. They're not bad. Like, the chase sequence isn't like, oh, it's an awful chase sequence. It's just, it's not very creative.
Yeah, there's nothing clever or inventive that happens throughout them. They're very like straight. They're like mechanical.
A couple of things that happened. The guy on a motorcycle got hit by a bundle of straw or something.
That doesn't sound that inventive.
JRH. All right, what up, JRH? Here we
I
go.
guess that was kind of.
Remember when that big
Yeah,
guy
we're gonna take
Raiders
this hand because we got Scamp and the Butcher with potentially
Very
scale up.
memorable.
That's very memorable.
Sticks out in my mind.
Yeah.
Just Indy having to fight that big guy. This is great.
And they had a big guy in this. Did he ever fight that big guy?
It was a tease.
What a waste.
That big guy got handcuffed to a gate underwater and drowned by Will Short Round.
Oh yeah.
He killed him. He murdered him.
I will say that there was murder in this movie. A guy got run over by a car. Innocent people got shot point blank. Like, it didn't feel as sanitized as the last one.
Yeah.
Are they running under the thought that the only believable action they can have an 80-year-old Harrison Ford do is drive a car? Is that what this is? Is that what this is? Because he never has the punch-out fight with the big guy, like you said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, he's too old for that.
All right,
That
Jonah.
guy was like 9 feet.
You gotta make a
because
choice.
He's
It's
not
usually
whipping,
not that
he's
hard.
swinging from ledges. It's just he drives the car.
Well, that's, yeah, they kind of like halfway, because the whole idea, and I know you talked about, I think it's generic adventure man. So, the idea of him getting older. And I don't really like it in Crystal Skull, but here that's kind of what the movie is partially about. Adventure man is older and Adventure Man is too old to adventure. But their answer to that is just, he just goes on a little adventure.
But they're less exciting.
But they're less exciting, and then there's kind of something about if I could go back in time and change things. They try to make it like magical and whimsical at the very end. Generic Indiana Jones adventure, so it doesn't really matter. But But died in the war. Just get him out of there.
I don't know how it's doing. Yeah, nobody liked
Eat
Mud.
green mana.
He was fine. I liked Mud in that movie. The first half of that movie. Everything in the first half of that movie is fine. The second half just sucks. And ruins the whole thing.
Hard time.
Hard time.
Hard time.
Why? They had a good take.
Hard time.
They had a good take. We saw it in the trailer.
Hard time.
That is the exact moment that the movie stops being good.
All right, we do it
Like,
this
that
way.
Scene is like, boom,
That's
we're
tough.
done trying.
He's different than like Rambo. And he's intelligent. You know, he's like a James Bond, where it's a more fantasy kind of movie.
Right, but you don't want to see that action man as an old, doddering man. And I
No.
think they did a pretty good job of portraying him as that, without it getting like too
God damn it.
depressing.
Right. Well, there was.
They emphasize his scholarly nature. He solves puzzles in this.
Yeah. And he did it in the other movies. He was a well-rounded man in all these movies. He got all the ladies and touched all the bad guys. He was physical. And
Bylor's.
He wasn't like.
Hold open too so that we could double block Archdruid if we needed to.
Maybe if
Okay, now we can't double block.
Maybe he's like a marine biologist. I don't know. But same with James Bond. He's a clever spy. And, the same thing. Where it's just like that's kind of why you watch the movie, not to learn about his father and his wife. James Bond's marriage. Like you don't care.
To be fair, those recent James Bond
That's not great.
I guess the idea with those is the kind of deconstruct.
Alright, so they all have trample right. So that's 10, 7. We don't
So
have
I
them.
think that's in a way what they were trying to do with this movie a little bit.
No, it's because there's nothing else to do.
Well, he's Harrison.
Last
Yeah. Craterhoof will do it.
and have some to add a little depth. You know, we've done the rando adventure where he goes in the temple of food. Let's do something else.
Do you just feel like anything could happen?
I'm assuming from a couple things I've read, people think Phoebe Waller-Bridge is annoying. I did not. I thought she was good in it.
She's fine.
It wasn't anything where it was like she was super likable or she was super annoying.
Well, she wasn't likable, but that was part of the character,
Yeah.
which I liked. She was a nice contrast to Indiana Jones, as far
Right.
as she wants these artifacts just to sell them for money, which is fun.
But really, she wanted to complete the quest because she loved her father.
Forget all that. Just have her be a scumbag. It would have been fine.
But yeah, she's a little like, you know, dodgy in the middle, in the beginning. Like, yeah, she locks him in
Okay,
the room. And,
this is a much better
and
hand.
then in the illegal
We got
artifacts
Chambord.
auction, she's
I like it.
doing her thing, being bad. with him.
She's not interested in like protecting him or having a good relationship
No.
with him.
So you take Indiana Jones, right? And what does Indiana Jones do? He goes around on adventures and he smooches ladies. And he runs into old ladies that he's had relationships with, like Marion. And I noticed very specifically there were many moments in this film where they flopped that And Phoebe Waller-Bridge is the
Oh yeah.
schmoozing. She has the Moroccan
If you
ex-husband.
kill it, I
or
just get another token.
Fiance or something.
the mobster, oogling like dudes.
A couple different dudes, just random background dudes.
The guy takes off his shirt on the boat, and she's like, "Ooh la la." She's objectifying men, and Indiana Jones objectified ladies. So it's possible they're setting the stage for a female action hero, and then she'll have to save the what would be the male equivalent of a damsel in distress? Hansel in distress? Mansell? Can that be the new term? Mansell in distress? Phoebe Waller-Bridge as Indiana Jane and the Mansell in distress.
The harried himbo? A himbo in harm?
Well, none of the women, it's not fair to call them bimbos. None of them.
No, all the women in the Indiana Jones movies were plucky and smart.
It's just inverted.
Yeah.
All right.
It would be going along with Phoebe on her adventure.
I think we did it.
Her companion. But then once...
Which is what I was worried that the movie would be her like in charge of the adventure. Harrison Ford is just this doddering old man following along.
No, he starts taking over because the world's at stake here because the Nazis have the time travel machine. And he goes, "Oh, sorry, whatever. He's not a professor. Yes. My name is Hans Schmidt. I am a professor in Alabama."
You watch me get hit in the face on a speeding train, yet somehow I am still alive 30 years later.
I thought he was going to have a big old gnarly scar down the side of his face. But
I thought he was just going to be dead, and because he's too big an actor, we'd see him later with time travel.
Oh yeah.
The fact that he survived that is just mind-bending, but okay.
Sure. But then she kind of changes her tune a little. There's that scene, the scene on the boat. Antonio Banderas shows up as one of Indy's old friends, and the second he showed up, I knew he was gonna die. He's like, "Oh, Indy!" I'm like, no, that's the wrong reaction. It's, "Oh no, it's Indy!"
Look, Sala made it out okay.
Sala's in it. Okay, so I was saying that scene when Hans Mikkelsen,
Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber.
My name is Hans, not a Nazi.
Well, Hans,
wink,
not
wink.
the Nazi,
That's his name.
shows up on their fishing boat because Indiana Jones continues to lead the Nazis to exactly what they want throughout the entire film.
Yeah, what's the meaning?
He led them right to the chalice, to the cup of Christ, because he led them to that because they shot his father, and the only way to save his father, yes.
Yeah.
Who made that movie again?
Steven
something?
Steven
Steven
Spielberg.
Spielberg.
There you go. Yeah, India gets everyone killed because I guess he wants to stop the Nazis from getting the other half of Dial of Destiny, but
But they wouldn't get it if they weren't following it.
Yeah.
And they might have found it on their own. They might have had enough information that they could have found it on their own.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna believe it.
Hey, all right.
I was shocked to see John Williams' name on
Got
that.
I wanted
there.
to mention that. I
That was
looked
a
it up
pretty
after
quick
the
line
movie.
this
I guess it
time,
was in the credits. I missed
actually.
that, but I looked it up because I was like, did he do the music for it? And he did.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know. It almost feels like it's just made up of cues from
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
movies.
Yes.
It didn't have that, like you talked about that in your Temple of Doom video, how great the score is to that and how like specific it is to the action. This, a little more generic. I mean, the guy is 90-something.
Yeah.
He might have been phoning it in.
I think he was.
Thinking specifically during the parade horse chase, that like the music. Where's the music? Music isn't selling the scene like it should be.
The theme would creep up every now and then, but it's kind of
felt like it was
inappropriate times.
Yeah, like it shows up first when he's running across the top of the train, and it feels like, I don't know, that was too early for it
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
It just sort of felt like haphazardly shoved in there.
But not just so much the recognizable theme, but like interesting new music stuff.
I mean, he's 97, and also, I'm not entirely convinced that he has that much to do with this. I wonder if he's just kind of like there's a ghost composer.
Ghost writer, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's possible, because there's one part where it was like, the music was like, dong, 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 dong. Like, it was like, very, like, just repetitive and not good, and I don't know.
It was an AI. They had AI do it. They put in CDs of his original scores, and they said,
ChatGPT make a John Williams
make
score.
a John Williams score for Indiana Jones at the Dial of Destiny. ChatGPT wrote the script of this movie too, by the way. That's why it's a little wonky in parts, and a couple scenes are repetitive.
Okay.
They didn't quite get it right,
That's really good.
but AI's almost there.
Yeah, it's almost there.
And then it went haywire in the third act. The machine broke down, and it's the best part of the movie.
That really was.
It is. It was a subversion, though, in the best possible way.
Yeah, spoilers! And I guess we should say, when we say it's the best part of the movie, we're saying it in like a schlock way, like
Tongue in cheek a bit.
because the movie is pretty forgettable and generic and overly long. And then you get to the third act, and I perked up when
Yes.
they're flying the Dial of
I was-
Destiny. As we all knew, it's a time travel device, and they're flying towards the portal. And Indiana Jones is like, what does he say? He's saying like, you're not going because they're trying to go back in
Continental
time.
drift.
Continental drift.
Archimedes couldn't have known about continental drift.
Yeah.
He didn't factor that into his equations.
We're not going to 1939. And for the first time in the movie, I was like, I don't know where this is going, and this is interesting.
Yeah.
The only time in the movie I like perked up.
Like,
really is.
At that point, I wouldn't have been shocked.
Number
if I saw dinosaurs.
53.
I was half expecting dinosaurs.
Excuse me.
Hello.
How am I number 53? What? What the fuck? No wonder I was playing a bunch of rank ones and shit. How I just hit Mythic and I'm number 53. Does that mean only 52 other people are Mythic right now? Go wide, brother. Play your Dreadhorde Arcanist. Decides to go. Sure. So in that case, we purge.
Show me what you can do. Now it's my turn.
Five to face. Does not kill Gideon. Sure. If I'd known I was in the top 100, I wouldn't be playing this deck. But I want to do something else. Let's do an event, I guess.
Almost there.
Maybe a Megalodon. Indiana Jones with a samurai sword.
There's something like, I don't know, more appropriate. Like it is silly, because
No, it was amazing.
no. Let me explain. Like, okay, the premise is there's a Archimedes is a old like mathematician man, and he made a like they found that what's that real thing?
Finish
The
up the rest
clock.
of
I don't know if it has a
Extract
name,
from
but they
earlier.
found like some kind of weird clockwork gear thing
Yeah.
in ancient Greece at a
Right.
time when something like that should not
all the
exist,
icons
and
in
they
the bottom
still
of it.
don't know what the fuck it is.
Yes, and this is based on that.
Yeah.
No
And
wonder
so
it was taking
Archimedes,
so long to find
figured out
matches
that
and shit.
The planets
Oh my God.
don't rotate exactly perfect, and when it's off a little, that's when a time fissure opens somewhere in the sky, I guess. And the little clock dial will tell you when it opens, and so that's the premise. And Nazi man Hans Mikkelsen wants to go back to 1939 and kind of redo the war.
He wants to kill Hitler and
wants to
take his
kill
place
Hitler,
because
yeah.
he knows where Hitler went wrong.
Which is the
nice.
misdirection is clearly okay. They're gonna go back to World War II again, and we're gonna get more de-aged Indy, and maybe they're gonna kill old Indy off. So, but young Indy's gonna be there.
I thought we were going to have a fight scene where old Indy and young Indy have to team up.
Yeah.
I thought that's where we were going.
But so they're on the Nazi aircraft, and everyone puts on their Nazi costumes to fly back to 1939. So yeah, they're gonna fly through the time portal.
am I gonna-
I didn't even
Do I
think
just
they were
have to
gonna make
complain
it.
about
I
it?
thought something was gonna happen
Hello?
that kind of stops
Because
it.
that's too
No,
ridiculous for one of these movies.
It's too ridiculous, and the Indiana Jones movies, like, there's weird, mystical, magical things that happen, but you never really quite know exactly what it was. And I didn't think, like, they were literally going to do time travel, but then they do.
They go to ancient fucking Greece, which is absolutely insane.
When they're being attacked by Romans.
Nazis shooting down at Romans.
Nazis versus Roman soldiers is where this movie ends up.
Right.
And I kind of love it.
It was amazing. It
There's
was
no-
so ridiculous.
There's no reason why they start shooting at them. I guess they're shooting arrows.
Because they're shooting.
The Greeks think that they're the Roman, they call them like they're dragons or
So
something.
they have dragons.
So they think that they're Roman weaponry. So they're throwing shooting spears at them. So yeah, I guess they're
Shambler.
defending themselves somehow. But it's a shooting machine gun. It just turns into absolute schlock, and I loved every second of it. That's what we need.
Well, it was ridiculous, but at least it was, like, fun. It wasn't a slog like the rest of the movie where we're just repeating the same type of beats
Yeah.
from the other Indiana Jones movies.
If they had got us to that ending faster, cut out the train sequence, no digital de-aging of Harrison Ford whatsoever. Started in 1969, had been bumbling around, a couple of real-world action sequences, car chases, the submarine, the scuba diving thing. Just cut an hour out and get us to that time portal and have it be 91 minutes. It would have been really great. So it was 2.5 hours long.
The franchise is based on the serials. It should be action set piece into the next action set piece. Quick.
And I think most people are probably going to hate the stuff at the end because time travel's so stupid. It's like, hey, it saves the movie for me. It wasn't good, but at least it was something.
It was wild and unexpected, and even though time travel itself is silly, they kind of sold it, and I believed it.
It was done in the best way possible.
Yeah, and it also was in world because, Archimedes was the guy who invented the dial, and they go back to when he's there, and it's historical when Indiana Jones met a UFO.
Yeah.
And an alien came alive from crystals and fried Kate Blanchett's brain.
Whatever the hell's happening at the end of that
Something happened, and I'm like, aliens,
movie. Yeah.
just not, that's not right. George Lucas had an idea for the second Indiana Jones film was Indiana Jones in a haunted house. This is a legendary story.
Oh, I've heard it.
And Spielberg was like, no. And so, like, that's the kind of stuff, like, but going back in time to, like, a big historical battle, the antiquity kind of era, like, it makes sense. It works in a strange way, even though it's silly.
Yeah.
And it was fun that they introduced, was that a causality loop?
Yeah.
Because they find his dead body and they're like, he has a watch. Watches for, time clocks weren't invented for another 1,000 years.
It wasn't a
whatever.
true causality loop because he was already building the Dial of Destiny.
I guess it's a little murky there, but he gets the watch from.
He wasn't, and they gave it to him, and then he's like, "What's this?" Then it's a causality.
It's a loop, but it's not a loop that causes itself.
Yeah.
If the dial
That's
that
kind of a no-brainer
Archimedes
'cause we have this
gets
claim
in the
here.
past is the same dial, like that would have been a.
That's kind of what I thought they were doing, but then
Just
they
what I
say,
said,
like,
yeah.
he already was making it.
They
so
show
it's like,
him making half of it, and it's like half done.
Yeah.
If they just had handed it to him, and he's like, "What?"
And that's where he got it. He got it from them. That would have been causality loop.
That's like a Terminator time
yes.
loop.
Yeah.
Which would have been fun. They kind of mucked that up, I guess.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Because then the Dial of Destiny, no one invented it. And it fucks with your head.
Yeah. That's, like Terminator.
Like Terminator, right.
I just thought of something. You know the other strange thing about this movie is? I think it's the only time Indy
During
ever
this?
successfully gets the MacGuffin and keeps it. It's in his fucking living room at the end of this movie.
Yeah, because usually it's about lighting the end of Last Crusade.
Let it go.
Indy, let it go. Like,
Yeah.
That's kind of the point. Is
He gets the stone back, the government takes the Ark.
yeah. I guess that's part of the, since this is supposed to be the last one. Kind of
He finally got one.
he finally got something. He didn't go back in time and bring his son back to life. That's another thing I was worried they were, because he has that scene like halfway through the movie.
Oh, yeah.
His little emotional scene where he's like, I'd go back and tell my son not to enlist. I was like, are they going to do that at the end? But luckily they didn't.
Nobody's gonna believe it.
I am so excited to see this movie. We've been waiting for this one a long time. It is our grail. We are waiting for this movie to come out and a graceful ending for our favorite hero.
Who does this appeal to? 40-year-old dudes. I was trying to think of the demographic in our theater. There's some fucking old lady that kept walking back and forth in front of us.
She had bladder problems.
She was like 79 years old, and she had a hunchback. And she blocked our IMAX screen. She was so big.
She was 30 when Raiders came out.
Right. Yeah.
Huge crush on Harrison Ford.
But there were some kids there.
Those kids were bored as fuck. It was like the parents dragged 8 children to the movie.
Yeah, there's a bunch of odds and ends, but I don't know. Zoomers, no, they don't want to watch this.
They should have just called this movie the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh.
Just do it. Fuck it.
Got him.
Filled the theater.
See, that has its like super targeted audience.
Yeah.
It's like little kids. Mario has like a super renaissance now.
It appeals to many generations.
It appeals to literally everyone, and every child in the world wants to see Mario and Luigi run around on screen.
Yeah.
88-year-old Harrison Ford is an action hero in some kind of franchise. Like,
It's the few Gen Xers who aren't too jaded that they don't care anymore.
yeah, and then maybe 50-year-old men and well, maybe some older people. If you go during the day, any kind of elderly is going to be there. They watch any movie. So it's a bad sample to take for our study, but you'd have to go on like a Saturday night at like 8 o'clock and see who's there. Are teenagers going to go? 20-somethings on a date to see this? I don't know. Are you going to watch something else? I have no idea. Don't know what they do.
Pick what you
Too
want.
busy watching Grimace Shake memes on TikTok.
I think they'll be in the...
Have you seen these, by the way? Have
No.
you seen the Grimace Shake memes?
All right, y'all. I got this new Grimace Shake. I'm excited to try it. First time trying it. Let's see how it tastes. Honestly, it's not that bad.
Like the Grimace character from...
Well, the Grimace came back. They brought the Grimace Shake for Grimace's birthday, whatever that means. And so now it's a trend. And it reminded me of...
Like a purple shake?
Yeah, I don't know. It's some sort of berry
Does
shake.
it taste like Grimace?
It tastes like...
Do you know what Grimace tastes like?
Only Ronald McDonald does.
But no, it reminds me of the No BrandCon video where you're like, whoa, gotta check out some manga, and then hard cuts to you down on the ground.
Whoa!
These are not the
Check out
choices I would have been
dealers at
making,
No
but
BrandCon
okay.
This year, you can pick up whatever kind of manga, anime you want.
Happy birthday, Grimace. That's pretty.
Hard cut to them dead on the ground, surrounded by Grimace Shake. They're actually kind of amazing.
These Zoomers stole our bit.
They did. They stole our bit.
We did that bit before they were born.
And it's far more entertaining than the 2.5-hour Indiana Jones movie.
Shout out to Grimace. Happy birthday. Let's try it. Oh my gosh. It's literally so good.
So young people in the theater watching Grimace Shake videos.
They look up when they hear a punch sound.
Right.
Yeah.
There's like 2. in this movie.
He
doesn't
there's a
punch.
fair amount.
There's a lot.
He doesn't punch enough.
He doesn't punch people, but there's punch sound effects.
She punches
you get
a
all
bunch
the
of
classic
people.
sound. You even get the Millennium Falcon
Yeah.
down sound.
Yeah, and there's a Wilhelm in there, I'm sure.
There was early. I think they like pitched it differently. It had like a lower pitch, so it wasn't as recognizable.
Who cares?
None of the other sounds are up to Ben's this. They all sounded out of place.
All right,
when they
ring.
happened. That doesn't sound like the rest of this movie. That's just a reference.
To be fair, this
This
movie
is a
isn't
ring,
Tuned
right?
to these things.
Yeah.
Most people aren't.
Nope.
Most people are thinking about that. To be
Sure.
fair, though, the movie isn't full of member berries. Not really.
No, just Sala.
Sala comes back, and then there's a couple like random references to
Alright.
I've seen movies.
I think we lost this one.
Oh, the Blood of Kali.
Yeah, I mentioned that. Mostly just its own adventure.
Pretty much just scale up.
He kept his mouth shut.
Okay.
You know, like Indiana Jones did. Because he's like, yeah. Well, you don't believe in magic, you know? And he's like, oh, yeah, so lazy shit. I don't know what the fuck I saw. You know? And it's like he could have listed a whole bunch of crazy stuff. You know?
It's true, yeah.
I opened the Ark of the Covenant, and
God killed a bunch of Nazis.
a bunch of energy flew out. And blew, well, I guess he literally didn't see what happened.
Yeah, yeah. But he knows some shit happened.
They were all gone. They could have just like ran away.
I suppose you're right. Yes.
Like it scooped up everything, even melted people. He didn't see them getting zapped with electricity and their eyes burning. So yeah, and it scooped them all back up, shuffled them around in the air, and shoved them back down in the yard with a pile of dust.
How did you end up like this?
Bread boy.
Well,
Is
a lot-
that
yeah, a
bread
lot of the
boy?
humor didn't land.
Yeah. Okay.
There's that part.
Yeah, we'll keep this.
Oh God, when they're in Tangiers, they're in Morocco, and the Moroccan police show up. Remember? They just got in that big fight and they're outside, and then they all point guns at them, and he goes, "Look, guys, put your guns away." And they all put their guns away, and they run away because
Phoebe Waller-Bridge's
the
fiance,
mobsters are
yeah.
showing up. And I think that was supposed to be a joke, but it didn't work.
Because we didn't understand that the gangsters were supposed to be intimidating.
We didn't know who that was that was
They're
pulling
just
up.
people who show up in a car.
Yeah.
Right, and we, it's like getting the punchline after like 5 minutes after they take the punchline. I don't know how to.
They do the setup after the punchline.
Yeah, I guess.
Kinda.
I don't know how to explain that, but it just didn't work.
We need to know that who is pulling up is a threat before they pull up, and that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I think if you flip the camera around and Phoebe Waller-Bridge, that's my word, Moroccan mafia, and then they pull up and they all have guns out, and then Harrison Ford goes, "Look, guys," you know, and they're all behind him aiming guns. Put your guns down, police.
Yeah.
You know, and then you cut to the police and they run away, and Harrison Ford
Yeah.
turns around and goes, "What?" It was just the way that it was shot. So James Mangold might be a good director of certain things, but not comedy and framing and setup payoff kind of thing. Didn't work.
Which is an important part of these movies because they are all funny movies.
Yes.
They're action movies, but they're lighthearted and fun. There's not a lot of humor in this movie.
No.
There's a few attempts, but there's long stretches where it's just very dry.
Have 9 damage
There's
with
that
burn.
weird part too when they Harrison the Apollo 11
Ha.
parade's happening and it's being
Ha.
trailed by like a Vietnam War
Ha.
protest. And he
Ha.
runs out into
Out
the
of gas.
Vietnam War protest and he starts saying like,
Well,
"Hell no,
well,
we
well."
won't go."
Yeah, he gets them all to start chanting.
And then
that.
but they were
Three
already
and two.
chanting, and it was
How
like,
does that help him?
Was that yeah?
Yeah. It's not distracting.
They're already
yeah.
distracted.
Yeah. And it's like what? Yeah.
What are you doing?
Did that help?
What are you doing?
And then he just grabs a sign and he smacks the guy with the sign. Like he could have just done that in the first place without starting a chant.
His son died in Vietnam, so maybe he's just strictly anti-war, and he just wanted to join in.
But it seemed like
It seemed like he was doing it to distract
just
them.
setting up for a distraction.
Yeah.
That never happened, or was already happening, and he didn't. He said, "I wasn't."
Like say if all the hippies are sitting in like a circle, just going like this, right? And then he
Oh, do
runs
you not
out.
like
He has no place
Chargers?
to hide, and there's guys coming after him, and he goes, "Hippies, what about that Vietnam War?
White,
Doesn't that suck?"
maybe
Hell
like
no, we won't
the
get there. Yeah, that's right. That old guy's right. And they all get
things
up
that
and
don't
they
like
start
their
going
one
like
lines
this.
Kind
being
of like the
pinned
diner
off.
fight in
Yeah,
Crystal
the
Skull,
diner
yeah.
fight.
Into ball. Those just wizards.
Right. Who directed that movie?
Oh,
that was Steven
I
Spielberg.
Watch out.
Where things are calm, but you create a distraction
Yeah.
and use the distraction as subterfuge to hide behind. When there's already a distraction, you cannot create a distraction on top of that.
He made it more of a distraction, which
Because
slightly benefited.
They were chanting something different. Instead of going, no war, they were saying, hell no, we won't go. And then he grabs the sign and hits the guy with the sign. Fall flat. Humor fall flat.
It was kind of funny when he's riding the horse and he passes the astronauts, though, and they're just like...
Well, yeah, not funny, not haha funny, but cute.
Cute. Yeah, in a way, it's funny. Like in the end, like Last Crusade when
Hitler sign for the book.
Yeah. That type of situation.
Yes, that was also much better executed.
The one directed by Spielberg was better executed.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Indy thinks Hitler has caught him, and he knows who he is, but Hitler has no idea who he is.
And then Hitler grabs the fucking MacGuffin out of his hand. Oh no, Hitler has the diary. It's a great scene.
It's a great
And then he autographs it.
And hands it back.
Do you remember when the bad guy from the first one, when he comes in, Marion's in the tent, and he starts taking out the thing with the chains?
Yeah, the coat hanger.
And it's a coat hanger. That was a good bit. I forget.
Man, you just hate James Mangold.
I don't hate James Mangold. I know very little about James Mangold. I liked Logan a lot, but that wasn't a funny movie.
Yeah.
And it was a good movie. It was a very, very down movie. And this, Indiana Jones are supposed to have an element of lightheartedness to them. And the way that the comedic scenes were structured and played out and executed needs to
There's
be
a guy here,
spot on.
just a spell
Yeah,
pierce.
there's also that bit when they're
too bad.
going through the cave.
Oh, it's all starting to fall apart now, isn't it?
I mean, like,
At least they flew into the past.
But the part with the bugs, because it's like, well, we gotta have a scene with
Shocks
gross
and
creatures.
down to 10.
So they get covered in bugs for 2 seconds.
That's
and they
dangerous,
push them off,
friend.
and then it just continues.
pointless.
It's pointless, yeah, but it's like, well, you gotta put that in there.
And let's.
And the CGI bugs, nowhere near the same visceral reaction as the real thing.
Compared to anything in like the Temple of Doom.
But let's revisit the bugs in the Temple of Doom. They weren't just bugs.
God, what is this?
They were bugs, and the only person who could save them from fighting them was a very dainty lady who has been established to hate everything in the jungle.
Terrified of everything.
Bats, vampire bats, bugs, the iguana growls at her. Like, she's scared of everything. And she's the one who has to stick her hand in the thing of bugs and pull the lever. That's who has to save Indiana Jones in short round. And that's a scene.
That's a gag and a scene.
That's a gag and a scene,
That's
and it's motivating.
pretty good.
And you're on your edge of your seat because you're like, oh god, we know what's there, because India. Oh, what's? I step on something.
Yeah, something on the ground.
Do I step on fortune?
And then India lights the match, you know. Oh god! And they see that there's trillions of bugs. So we know that he set it up. They're in the spike room. The only way to save them is Willie Scott.
Hey, they set up the eels in this by saying, hey, there's eels down there. And then his clever way of getting out of the eels is just kind of flailing around.
We are going to die.
So, either of you recommend seeing this in the theater? Is this a theater-going experience?
No, it's not a theater-going
We have
experience. It's an
Bugbear.
experience that needs to have an hour cut out of it, and then it's okay.
Just watch it on Disney Plus in 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it.
It's too bland to hate. Like, there's nothing terrible in it. It's just forgettable.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth seeing in the theater
There's
at
no
all.
standout moment like the Tarzan scene that really like cringe you. But it's just too long and kind of bland and repetitive.
Yes.
Like point A to point B to point C to point D, like one step ahead of them. And then the second.
Point A to B to C to D would work for the fun A to B, fun action sequence A to fun action sequence B to fun, but it was bland action sequence.
No,
to
you gotta
bland
go
action
point A. You gotta go point A to point B to point X to point L. You gotta throw a curveball at. You can't just be like.
Yeah, that's the whole middle of this movie. There's no new information revealed.
They call it a plot twist, and it comes somewhere in the middle of the movie, like some shit that you didn't expect to happen. Like,
well, let me ask you this:
Mads Mikkelsen is not a Nazi. It's a different guy. And really, the people who are looking for the Dial of Destiny is the fucking FBI, and they want to bring back Kennedy. You know what I mean? That's a plot twist.
What if he was Archimedes?
Sure.
He's time traveling.
Yes.
The whole time. Sure.
He pulls his mask off.
He wants his, no, what Archimedes look like. He just wants his dial back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
he happened to look like the Nazi from
No, because he's time travels. He was also the Nazi.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. But we know, is Mikkelsen?
Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen. He was in like Rogue One or one of the Star Wars things.
He's a good Casino Royale.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Bond villain and a indie villain.
So we know he wants the Dial of Destiny to save Nazis. You know from the first scene, and that's his goal. And Indy wants him to not get the Dial of Destiny.
Watch that.
That's the plot. And there's a little bit of character interaction with him and his goddaughter.
Maybe that's what they were
So he
hoping
gets
with some people in.
So that goes up to 7, 9, 10, 11. I'm counting 11 damage.
Maybe
what he's
shorter.
done currently.
That would have worked better.
And he's tapped out.
I would probably say skip this at the theater. So.
Yeah, skip it in the theater. It's not fun to watch.
Oh wait, no, I'm gonna lose 3 life. Shit. Yeah.
Fast forward anytime the act
starts.
Yeah. This is what's on it.
It's exact.
Well, yeah, what are we supposed to get out of this?
Just gotta get through the last 10 minutes. Just watch the last 10 minutes of the movie.
A few minutes of
I forgot about the ring
when
mechanics.
The Nazis are machine gunning Roman soldiers from a.
All right, 3 and 3.
That's it. That's all I got out of it. Maybe when Harrison Ford rides past the Apollo 11 astronauts. That's it.
Yeah.
Those are the takeaways. You got a 6-second movie.
Keep up the good work, Lucasfilm. Can't wait for Willow season 2. Oh, they just pulled that from existence.
They used the Dial of Destiny to erase it. Paramount Plus wants the Dial of Destiny next. I'm gonna get rid of that Grease show with big ladies. Star Trek Prodigy erased from existence.
Willow's currently fighting Greek soldiers.
Okay. Yeah, we like this. It looks pretty good.
We're going to hold up. God's willing. We're going to hit them. We're going to get tempted yet again. Oh, yeah. Frodo's the ring bearer. Okay. They have one shot, one opportunity. They better be the hero of an Eminem song right now, because otherwise it's going to be like the first rap battle in 8 Mile, and they're not going to win. What is up, everyone? Justin Parnell back with Thor himself. Today we have one of the heroes of the Lord of the Rings
Green Mana.
Basically,
Black.
know about it. That is Frodo. In this case, it's Sauron's Bane. And Frodo, very innocuous, right? It's a 1 mana 1/2. Nothing much to look at, but that's a couple of abilities. And Frodo, on its own, with very little help, can actually just win the game. And we're going to see how. Because for 1 and a white, or 1 white or black,
Both the
1
third.
hybrid, white-black mana. Frodo, if it's a citizen, becomes a scout with base power, toughness, 2/3, because 2/3 life, little figure destiny type action. But then, if it's a scout, you can pay black, and it becomes a rogue. Then, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game if the ring has tempted you 4 or more times. they just lose. And otherwise, the ring tempts you, so it gets you closer. So what we're doing with this deck is we're going to get tempted by the ring. Our goal is to be tempted by the ring 4 times, and then one time with Frodo to make our opponent lose. So the way that we are doing that is we have a number of cards that are tempting our opponent, or they're tempting us, so we can beat our opponent with just a single shot. Obviously, one of the big things to do that is 9 copies of Nazgul. That's right. We have Nazgul, we have Nazgul, we have Nazgul, 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 Nazgul. Okay? We have 9 different arts, all of them. Okay? We have a little ring wraith action, which is great because every time we're tempted by the ring, when we attack with a creature, at least if we've been tempted twice, we can discard ring wraiths. Then when we're tempted again, we return to our hand. Combination. We have Claim the Precious, just removal spell that tempts us. Call of the Ring, potentially the very best card in the entire deck, as we can play this on turn 2 after we play Frodo. That's a very, very easy game to win because literally in 4 turns, worst case scenario, bingo bango, we can attack them 1 time with probably our 1/2 Frodo activated twice, and then they're dead. Outside of that, we have some blink shenanigans, and it's not for Frodo. It's actually for all of our Nazguls, because even though they're not our commanders, we have 9 of them in the deck, and every time they enter the battlefield, we're going to be tempted by the ring. So we have a lot of ways to blink the Nazguls, return the Nazguls to the graveyard, like Can't Stay Away, with returning the creature of mana value 3 or less. That's very convenient. Revival and Revenge, the revival side, mana value 3 or less. Recommission, mana value 3 or less. Hero Doom, mana value 3 or less. Sorin, which can get anything. Attacks with up to tier, mana value 3 or less. So, as it works out, a lot of ways to get back our Nazguls. And the Nazgul overload is basically our backup plan, because we can just beat people down with Nazguls, because it's actually like a really powerful creature on its own. So, without further ado, let's get tempted. Let's get a one-shot kill. Before we get started, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Every day. We're on the play against Tom Bombadil. So they're doing some Saga nonsense, but that means they're going awful slow. So we're gonna keep this hand. We have Blackheart Connection, but we also
scale
have
up, I guess.
Nazgulio number 1 of 9.
That won't do it.
Nazgul and his 8 other friends, Nazgul. Alright, Frodo. Sauron's Bane, right off the top. Now, there is a chance, because we have a nice bit of removal
We're dead.
here, we might actually just level up Frodo.
I mean, I'll pass the turn.
Might just,
I could always get a
I think
scale
we
up,
do it.
and him not
never
have a
know.
way to
You
do
never
it.
know
But I
if,
think
like,
that
Frodo
doesn't he
just
get
gets
to
killed
fucking cast
frequently, that,
Fatal Push
we might
again?
just need to kill with damage, so let's get some damage in. Let's gain a little bit of life. We're definitely going to be tempted by the ring. Oh, Lorna, the third path. What a chef's kiss of a card right there. Actually, you know what? Black Market Connection. We need 3 black.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay,
Turn
that's actually
Frodo
good.
from a scout to a rogue. So we are
God.
potentially there next turn.
We fucking got there.
Which is really great. So we might just start getting.
Oh, I was
tempted by
about
the
to
ring
scoop too. Look at
about
that.
now.
Go fuck yourself. Fuck your recursive
Making a
fatal
treasure
pushes and your recursive thought seizes.
Okay, so we can. We've done
12
this.
damage to the
We can
face.
turn Frodo into a rogue, and then we can attack. We can become tempted by the ring. Frodo's our ring bear. Bingo, bango. Thank you very much. We tempted once. It does not take much to be tempted. It does not take much to be tempted by the ring. If they try to kill Frodo, we can of course blink it. It does reset it all the way, so it's not an ideal thing.
Shocks in the land. Thought seizes. Takes audacity. Down to 14. Now we just flood the board. Opponent's on mono discard again, so we just want to get Hellbent ASAP. If he spends time discarding us, we're gonna get a full set of 1/1 dorks. So subtract 4 off whatever his health total is, because we got 4 of these guys. Subtract 2 more because we can sacrifice these the next time we hit. Shocks in a land, play shield. I think we just win. Gonna be ring. Ring is bad. Anything except ring is good, but he's gonna play ring right here and we'll probably just lose. Ring and Shelly very strong. The fact that like you get Shelly out, if it sticks you ring, or you get a ring out and it gives you a turn, you draw, you play Shelly the next turn, you draw 3 cards. Ring's dangerous when you got 3 life though, although like he has Shelly, so he nets life when he uses it, so not really, actually. But he didn't have the ring, so he won. Alright, this looks good. 3-0. Doing good on this one so far. Trying to find something to watch on YouTube. Let's see. Refresh Aroni. What can we watch? Scamp. Super Stam. On the play though. I mean draw. On the draw. So should watch it worst. Wheel of the worst. Okay, so if I'm on keep this.
What is this? Oh. I just worse on beta. Jeez. Oh man, let's do Bugbuster. Oh, that would be so cool. Randy Quaid, Captain Titan Meredith Alfred. Jeez. George Takei, this is a good one. Oh my god.
Oh, hi, Josh.
Oh, hi, Mike.
What are you doing?
I was just looking at movies that we could watch. Look at this one, Bugbuster.
Oh, I've always wanted to watch that one.
Yeah, we could do that one, and
Sure.
I don't know if we want to stick with like sci-fi stuff or cross out like Cyber Ninja. That's like maybe like an action.
Bunch of 1/1s that he doesn't want to expose to
unfortunately,
Scamp.
Today, though,
Until he can buff
is
them,
the Wheel of the Worst
probably.
episode.
That's
No,
what
I'm
I
kidding.
think he's sitting on.
We're doing 3 feature films, sci-fi, action, or horror. So we're gonna let you pick out. Maybe do you want to pick out sci-fi?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Let's do. Oh gosh. Well, I mean, we could do. We
Actually, don't waste your time. We're doing a wheel episode. Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Could you stop?
We're doing like three sci-fis.
Okay.
No.
No, we're not, are we?
Doing 3 actions. No, we're doing a wheel episode. Wheel of the worst, baby.
Okay, really though. I know we're having fun. We're doing a whole thing. But what are we gonna do? Are we gonna watch movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
No, we are. No, I'm kidding. We're watching 3 action films.
Man.
Action on the wheel of the worst. What do you think about that? No, I'm just kidding. We're watching Light Blast. Right there. Check it out. Start reading the back of the box.
Oh, it's from Lightning Video. Oh, Enzo G. Castellari. Eric Stroud in it.
Oh, really?
Well, Eric Stroud. It can destroy a city and perhaps the world.
You know, it can destroy the world. The wheel of the worst. That's what we're doing today. We're not watching that. Josh, you texted me last night. You said, Mike, when are we doing another Wheel of the Worst episode? I want to be in on this.
I did?
No, you texted me, when are we watching 3 classic movies, like horror, sci-fi, and action? And I responded, new number, who dis? And you said, it's Josh. And I said, come on over, let's watch 3 science fiction films on today's episode of Best of the Worst. What's so f***ing funny?
4-0.
3 science fiction films,
No.
right by the shelves.
No, I'm not doing it anymore.
What would you rather do? Watch an action, a horror, and a science fiction feature film, or do a Wheel of the Worst episode?
I don't know anymore, Mike.
So, today we're doing a Wheel of the Worst episode.
Oh.
So you ready to spin the wheel 3 times? Because on the wheel are our names, and whoever's name it lands on gets to pick out a
We have
science
a
fiction
turn 2
film.
hit for
We're watching 3
16
science
here
fiction
if
films
opponent
today.
doesn't respond to it.
Well, let's go
He
spin
probably
the wheel.
will, though.
No, I'm kidding. We're just doing a regular Wheel of the Worst episode. What about horror?
Make that
We have so
18.
many horror. Oh, yeah. In fact, we have more action films than we have horrors.
That's true. There's so many over there.
So why don't we watch 3 movies?
Okay.
Because we have so many movies instead of wasting our time doing a stupid Wheel of the Worst episode.
Yeah.
No, let's do a Wheel of the Worst episode.
Shamans?
I love doing them. Rich,
No blocks.
what do you want to do? No, that's John. Because today we're doing a Wheel of the Worst.
Action.
I guess it's that's what he said.
And action. And
Alright, well.
action.
Fireblade Charger.
Oh. Go here.
No, just swing.
Oh, I know what this is. It's the wheel.
It's the wheel of the worst.
Yeah.
Classic wheel of the worst. No gimmicks. No pick a black spine. No junka. No nonsense. Straight up classic. Random ass tapes and DVDs.
I think he's being
Fun,
sneaky,
selected,
but he's
and
not.
Let's talk about it's Fabio. It's time for romance. Starring in the first romance video novel, the very first and last romance video novel.
Yeah.
Ready to get all hot and sweaty with our beefcake friend Fabio. If we
So how'd that work out for you?
It is, you know, it is somewhere in Wisconsin, so it's fairly warm out.
I heard 6,000 gallons of oil
What the
were used
fuck
in
are
the
you
production
doing?
of this film.
Rod Priest in a burn shell?
He wants his.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay.
And makes the bird slip off his head during impact.
How'd that work out for you?
What's up next on the wheel?
Next up.
K2 by Loris.
Guide to Firearms.
Yeah.
Presented by Gerald McGrady. Remember him? He was Major Dad.
Oh. If you're wearing an ascot,
We would like a land.
Mess with this lady.
So that we can get at least some value.
Yeah.
So she's going to get
Out of our scam.
mansplained by Major Dad on how to use a gun.
It does seem that way. And then we're going to watch it.
This is sexist.
That actually works.
It's just presuming that most women don't know how to use a firearm. What about a man's guide to firearms presented by two ladies?
I watched that.
You got some limp-wristed, non-masculine men up there, and have some masculine ladies explaining to them how to use a firearm for once.
Actually, no, I wouldn't watch that because I clearly know how to use a firearm already.
Yes, that's right. We've shot guns. That was the one thing I wasn't there for that I wish I was.
Yeah.
So I would have put that gun right in my mouth. Up next. Up next, TV and Me by Dale and Liz Von Siegel. Oh. And Randy Benefield.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
This is actually not the tape box. This is the discussion guide.
We got the land too. That's nice.
This video is designed to be used with the 10-week, they forgot space between the 10-week, teaching unit TV and Me.
So this is going to take us 10 weeks?
Yeah, a long video. What's up next, Josh?
Entities.
Alright,
The
so he gets Rod Priest back.
Film by Trey Smith.
Best draw here would just be a one drop.
This could save your child's life. No punctuation of any kind, not even a period.
It's very deadpan.
I would accept a question mark or an
Never
exclamation
trust the fucking auto tapper. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the critics rave. But this could save your child's life. Question mark. This or this?
This could save your child's life?
Yeah, some punctuation would, but he's just a tough.
Well, if he doesn't kill Loris, we have lethal next turn.
He's probably not very intelligent. He can detect smoke and make a loud noise. He's not very good at grammar. Fire safety for kids. I want to say this will obviously look familiar to a lot of people, the famous fire safety video, but
That's what I was thinking.
I'm feeling it might be just a little different. What's up next, Josh?
It's, Mini Monkey Magical Music? Is that for educational purposes? I think that's what I thought. It's really hard to read. But is this Mini Monkey?
I don't know.
This is the magical music. All right, Mike. What's the last movie or tape or whatever? What's that?
Wow.
Yeah, it is. No, it's not.
We have 6 more.
I want to be done.
So,
what's the next thing? What is this thing?
Thinking Like a Woman, Mary-Kate Olsen is really showing her age in this video.
She looks different.
Oh, the Life and Times of Mary Kay Ash?
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's, you know, you've heard of Mary Kay Cosmetics?
Yeah, I know.
That's her.
Oh, that explains why her cosmetics look so good.
Yeah.
It would be pretty funny if she looked like a wreck on the cover. So, The Life and Times of Mary Kay Ash. I have zero interest in watching this, but that's pretty much everything on here.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to watch any of this, but that's the whole point of this, isn't it? It's been a countdown to Armageddon. It's the final apocalypse.
All right, 5
It has
and
astonishing
0.
predictions of the future with John Cena.
Oh, yeah. John Cena future.
That's like, oh.
It's the final apocalypse. Sorry, I couldn't sing the last note or else we would have got a copyright strike.
Oh, yeah. Cuts right there. Was it 13 notes? I do want to know.
Demonetization. You've been deplatformed.
Can they do age restriction for bad singing? Because
You said one too many times. What's up next?
oh God, it's you. You're next.
Grandpa's Magical Toys.
Grandpa's Magical Toys. 1 hour live action.
I don't want to know what Grandpa's Magical Toys are, but we might find out.
It's a lively musical adventure
Based on the best-selling We Sing and Play complete songbook included.
Oh, good. We have visual aids for this one. It actually is included, which I kind of doubt it's some sort of used.
Oh, it was once owned by David Thomas. He wrote his name on with a pen.
Oh!
You see that? Right there.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that's the Peruvian guy or the Wendy's guy.
Oh, it could be the Wendy's guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had this. He was Grandpa.
And that's for Wendy's kids?
Grandpa had a bunch of magical toys.
They're spatulas mostly.
Oh.
Lorenzo's Songbook, Volume 1, The Discovery.
Who is Lorenzo and what is in his songbook is the question for today. Is that like a Native American like dream catcher thing? What is that?
Kind of looks like it, yeah.
Because they're doing arts and crafts? What the fuck picture is that? It's so bizarre. It's like a bunch of hearts on a rope.
It's like,
Is he on a table or is that a pillow? Is he on the phone?
that's a brush. It looks like a brush.
It looks like he's holding like a small knife.
Oh no, never mind. That's like.
And what
lines
is
in the
it?
back.
What are these?
Those are like leather stamps.
Oh, it's like a like a book. Oh, okay, I get it. I get that's what events are happening in the picture.
I think Lorenzo tripped and fell into a small town craft store.
Yeah, and he's like mid-fall,
Yeah, right.
and that's where they snapped the picture. It's the only picture we have of Lorenzo.
Gotta run with it.
He died during the filming of the video. My favorite Tom Cruise film, Risky Business.
Oh, good. Alcohol, sexual abuse, alcohol and drug abuse, and drug hazing. I do remember a lot of that from Risky Business, actually.
Yeah.
Trample, right?
Was that bachelor party?
So we block off the elite.
Go ahead.
No, we can't get copyright flag
Take.
again. We lose our channel. Josh is saying I should sing the Beatles song, Why Don't We Do It in the Road? Because
Take.
every time we read, Why Don't We Do It in Our Sleeves?
Oh, that probably does
I
make it
can't help
lethal.
but think
Nope.
it's
More elite.
belting out the classic. Why don't we do it in the road, but I can't sing
He
it.
has a second cut. That would make it. Sure.
Anyway, we're not going to watch this because it's crap.
It's
5 and 1.
Well, being left alone in the house with Dylan does bother me. Hold on a second, will you? Dylan?
Hey, come on.
Dylan, put the gun down.
I know, but it's your bedtime.
What the?
They're here.
They found me. I don't know how, but they found me.
Run for it, Dylan.
Dylan's a fire
Take the
starter.
rope and jump out the window.
Ah!
Got your eyes out.
Maybe I should have led with this.
Which brings up safety rule number 1. Always point the muzzle in a safe direction.
That makes a lot of sense.
As she watched shooters on the range through a large safety glass window, she wasn't sure what she was in for.
I'll shoot your toupee right off. You
It's just my first time in a shooting range, and I'm nervous.
Don't worry about that. I think you're going to enjoy this course. So shall we get started?
You know what I mean.
Classroom's right over there.
Wow, Rich.
Alright, so he insta-killed
that was
Soul Warden
Women's
because fuck
Guide
that
to
card
Firearms.
in particular.
Yes,
We're gonna
we
kill
totally
this Soul
already
Warden
watched-
too.
Oh, yeah. What is your problem?
Well, that was a Women's Guide to Firearms.
Yes.
None of us are women, and none of us own firearms, so I'm glad we watched that.
Are you ready for the next
You're
failure?
gonna spin it? What do you want? I want you to get this because it looks like.
You tell me this looks interesting. I don't know.
Aim for it.
This also looks interesting but frightening. You know what? I'm gonna put my money on Countdown to Armageddon.
Okay.
Because
Let's do
I'm praying it's gonna say the Armageddon, you know, in 2002.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I hear you.
So I'm going for that.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I don't know how to feel about this. I'm the first person to land on a tape that does not have a box. And so I think that's a little bit special.
You're right, it is. Just a little bit. Well, let's go watch TV and me.
Sure, why not?
Oh, Slick!
Don't bother me now. I'm watching something really important on TV.
What are you watching?
It's a show called Buyer's Bargain Basement.
What? Why are you watching that? Slick, come out here.
What's so important? I told you I was watching a...
Why would you watch the channel that tries to sell you something? You haven't got any money.
Well,
She's shaming him for being bored?
He's got Google eyes on his pupils?
Is that a good reason? Just because it's on?
Have plenty of mana.
Why not? I like to know.
Do you have your homework
do it.
done?
Got it.
I don't have any homework. I'm 35.
And more!
You've done the dishes like your mom asked you to?
She's dead.
Is he a lobster or a parrot?
He's a biker.
What are your plans for Tuesday night?
Oh, let me see. I'm gonna watch a movie.
On television?
Oh no, cable.
It's all the same, Slick.
Doesn't matter if I go to the theater, Liz.
Whatever I see there, you're just gonna bitch about it anyway.
This is a lethal attack. You have to block
Go talk to Luigi.
differently.
Liz, you ever thought about minding your own
There you
fucking
go.
business?
Because when I find it, I'm going to peel his old skin back. I'm just having some fun, that's all.
Well, fun is one thing, Slick, but violence is another.
Yeah, that's the game.
Jay!
Yes.
We've been doing this 10 years now?
That's the game.
Have
6
we
and
ever
1.
been the two of us in front of this thing?
I'm gonna say probably.
Probably. Okay.
We'll pull it up right here.
Have we been on the other side? Something feels weird and off. And I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
This deck usually likes it when the opponent tries to go 1-for-1 with you because you're getting value no matter what.
It might be my
Usually.
unbalanced wheel.
Except against the
because
exiled deck.
We've landed on these two tapes.
And just exile
and
everything.
Yeah.
I'm counting on you, Jay.
Or weird
to prove
shit
that
like
my,
people main
my
decking
craftsmanship is
Play Land
not
of the
a
Void.
fraud. So you need to land somewhere down here.
Look, as long as we land on mini monkey magical music, that's all I care about. So entities, either one of those, but that's right
No,
here.
no!
That would
Can't
be
use
good
this hand.
as far as what we land on, but it'd be bad as far as proving Rich
Oh, no.
that the wheel is properly balanced.
With the
no.
claim fame,
So-
we can work with this.
No
Well,
matter-
let's try that. Yeah, let's move it. We'll put it right here. And then move Grandpa's magical toy here.
All right, I'm gonna spin it. Grandpa's magical toy!
Oh,
He's going face.
Wrong tape.
Wrong tape.
Alright, well, we're just gonna watch this.
Fuck it.
This is the episode now.
It's fine.
Okay, now children, finish your drawings, and I'll
Sally's
be
kind
right
of
back.
annoying.
Okay?
Oh,
To the 90s kid. Don't do it. He's drawing tits.
He's just writing fart. No, what are you doing? Don't raise your hand. Go.
Ooh, I don't know about that
He seems
strategy.
upset. Uh-oh.
Oh no, you clicked the. Okay, I see. No buff. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so you can only spend 2 more mana. Which means we're dead.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're dead.
I'm Hector,
He's Hector.
the protector.
Stop doing that.
His name really doesn't matter, and that's the focus point of the song.
I just want to know when the teacher's doing that. So this will end. Oh my god, 90s.
Right a room. You want to practice on fire? Let's start a fire.
Kinda got screwed by only pulling pain lands there.
No.
We took probably as much damage from our mana base as from the opponent.
Your parents set me on fire.
Now I'm back.
Can't keep this. Don't choke at 6 and 2.
Respond
Come
to the
on.
wheel, and
6 and 3.
We picked a couple videos. A whole bunch of things went wrong.
This is wild.
We had problems. We had problems today.
Wrong videos were in the wrong sleeves.
We definitely didn't watch something terrifying that we wouldn't ever find.
No.
It's like you load the wheel
What
up
you talking about?
with bullets, you spin the chamber,
Oh!
and you just shoot yourself in the head.
Yeah.
This is the Deer Hunter episode of Best of
Diddy
the
Ma.
Worst.
Diddy Ma.
Well, that's funny. You bring up bullets and firearms and revolvers and chambers.
Oh,
and
that's not funny at all. I did it deliberately.
because
Rich, he's a Segway man.
you are on the Segway and you're rolling right along
yes,
into our
play
first
Audacity.
video called "A Woman's Guide to Firearms," starring
Force the
Dad.
spell, and then I can
and a
draw
lady
off of it.
who may or may not be dead.
The word pistol always reminds me of the old westerns.
She's an actress, or was an actress, or played an actress.
She's an actor man.
She was definitely dead.
You died. Gerald McCraney, I don't know.
If you own a gun, or even if you merely live in a house where someone else owns one,
Or if you live near Alec Baldwin. But either way, the point
Hooray
is,
for Hollywood.
It's all the same shit.
ladies gotta be careful when their husbands be out of town because they have a little child at home and they're on
Never
the phone.
seen in the rest of the video.
No, but
He never comes back.
The point is, she's got to protect him. She's busy. She's reading scripts, and at night or during the day, I can't remember. She hears a bang or two outside, which
Things
sounded
get dark.
I thought they were gunshots, but it might have been a raccoon that knocked over a garbage can. She got spooked, and because her husband wasn't home, she thought, "I got to get her." And her friend stopped by.
She called her friend Jeff.
Who is it?
Trying to hit lands.
Reach him on.
Fuck Archmage Charm, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Card is bullshit. It's bullshit. It's a bullshit card. Plays the ring. Sure.
Is that the box you keep your gun in?
Yeah. We keep it for protection in the bedroom, but to be honest, I don't really know how to use it.
Well, listen, I'm doing a film right now that calls for some fancy guns.
By
I'm getting a
Loris.
few pointers from a guy named Mike Dalton. I'll be up late working. I'll keep an eye on your place. If there are any more problems, call me.
Okay. Thanks, Jeff. I really appreciate it.
No problem. As soon as I get home, I'll call you with your stuff.
Oh no. Could you be more drunk?
He's working on a Western, because howdy do, he's wearing some chaps.
Yeah.
Shows
he
up
comes
later,
back later in
comical.
chaps.
You're jumping way ahead. Rich, tell us all about a lady's guide, a woman's guide to firearms.
What's left, Rich?
Well, then they show her how to use a gun. That's the rest of it.
No, you know what it's about. Tell us more.
What more is it about?
Pretend
Like,
you're
there's a-
talking to 100 million people, or however many people watch this crap, about what they didn't see and we saw. You know, we all saw it, but they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying you've already done 90% of the job.
They talked about someone's chaps. Talk about the video.
There is a lady, and her husband is out of town, and she has a child, and like, I don't know, the wind knocks over a garbage can outside her house, and that makes her scared. And so then her friend, character actor, comes over and says, hey,
7.
you really need to learn how to use them guns.
Tell me about that one.
Talk to my friends.
He refers her to his friend.
Talk to my friend who knows who's going to show me how to do the guns.
Go see my friend with the air helmet.
I'm sorry, who's describing this video?
Sure.
He says
Jaws.
wrinkle face at the toupee store, and they talked about hair helmets, which do not deflect bullets, but he said, come talk to my friend, he's not a creep.
Now let's talk about why you came here today.
But he will be
We want
not making eye
the
contact
instant
with
speed
you.
burn spell is our best spell that we could draw here.
She's just
Scale up again.
She may have handled a prop gun
Scan.
during a soap opera.
Plane. No attacks. Go ahead. Take a damage.
I want to take some notes.
She says that.
This is actually lethal warning.
Everyone is an actor or
There's
actress.
a lot of setup in the first part of the video that I thought was gonna, like, even though it was like the point of the video.
Super
was the
Stam.
safety video. I thought they were like sprinkling in little story things that would eventually have some sort of point. But then,
I mean, nothing that has a point. I mean,
No, there's no
like, there's
payoff
no
to
reason
anything.
for her to be an actor. That's such a specific thing. It should be more general.
because it was made in Hollywood and everyone's a fucking
Right,
actor. It seems
yeah.
like the most normal thing in the world. Even though if you live literally anywhere else, it just seems strange and bizarre.
Yeah.
No, we figured out that it matters because she knows character actor guys. And he introduces her.
But why do we
to
have
his
to have
friend.
character actor? It's like how every
That's
one
where
of
it falls apart.
Yeah.
Now he can't
it's like
draw
how every single
because
one
he'll
of Stephen
die.
King's protagonists is a fucking author. Literally
all
every
from
fucking
Maine.
one. They're all from Maine. They're all authors.
Whoever
Doesn't
made this
matter, I
video
don't
was a
know.
struggling actor, so that's all they know.
Yeah. No, and I mean, the thing is, it would be fine if that was meant to be leading you through some sort of story that they wanted to tell, but it doesn't. It gets to a point and then it just hits a wall because they're busy talking about the differences between guns.
It's a coincidence. I was gonna say, like,
That's not a coincidence.
No,
They wrote it.
maybe no. The fact that, like, she's an actress, like, it's just coincidentally.
Have to
like,
say it again?
No, listen.
Look, they wanted to put their friend who was a famous character actor in there, and so what are you gonna have him do? I guess he's playing an actor.
Hey,
What else can a
movie
character
7 and
actor
2.
do?
Shut up.
There's something else.
Hell yeah.
The coincidence is that it's an actress in a produced video material.
3
If it
packs.
was like a lawyer
500 gems.
or a doctor or whatever, it wouldn't be a coincidence.
Good
It
shit.
just happens to be that the lady in the video who's an actor is an actor.
That makes a lot of sense.
You have forgotten.
Actress, Mike.
No, that's not.
Listen, I thought they were maybe after a famous actress got gunned down in her house or murdered, then they would be marketing this video to actresses.
The issue here, Mike, is that you've forgotten what the word coincidence means.
No, I didn't.
Because
Listen,
this is all deliberate. There's no coincidence here.
Oh, brother.
Listen, it's a must for millions of women.
Yeah.
Millions of women can be actresses or they can
Okay.
be housewives.
If she were playing a doctor, and,
All right,
and she got
I'm gonna
hired
end
to
it
play a doctor,
here.
but also in real life, and they didn't know when they
Did
hired
pretty
her,
good.
she is a doctor, that would be a
Hit
coincidence.
Mythic, guys.